Welcome back, LEGO enthusiasts, to Heart of a Kid Productions. Like I said, as long as you have the heart of a kid, you can enjoy everything and anything. So let's get right into it. So next we're actually going to be jumping into another Speed Champion set. This is the Kennick X Jesco. So I hope I said that right. I'm not 100% sure, but this is actually one of my favorites. Now this is actually from 2021. The reason I'm going over all the Speed Champion sets that I'm actually talking about now is because, like you guys saw in my last video, if you watched, I'm actually building a Lego car dealership, and I was going to talk about the name that I decided to go with it, and we'll talk about that when I kind of showcase that a little bit at the end of this review. But as you can see, beautiful box art. The set itself looks amazing. It ended up coming out a lot better than I actually thought. The box looked good. I was hoping it was going to be amazing, but at the end of the day, it was even better. So let's move this back a little bit. And this is actually one of the vehicles that I have in the front of my dealership on the entryway, which you guys will see once I place it back, and then kind of do a quick overview of my dealership on where I progressed so far. But this vehicle, go ahead and move into light a little bit better, has gotten so good. I mean, I love the tires, I love the rims. Those are the 5 spokes are always what I'm into. There was stickers throughout this thing. As you can see, there's one right there, and then you got sticker sheet right there. I mean, it's right there on the side right there with the Jesco, or is it just, yeah, Jesco. But the stickers weren't bad at all. It actually looked really good. They came together, a couple little small ones in the front area right here. Yeah, so came together pretty good. Front lights, I wish those were printed, obviously. Always wish everything was printed, but that wasn't the case. But other than that, I love the color, the neon green. It's funny because my son's a Seahawks fan, so he loves the neon green. He's always loved the neon green. But the car itself is just beautiful. I love how it has the little 2 colors right there. Don't know what that specifically represents, but it just looks really clean. I love this fin too. This thing was made, this spoiler looks so good. And as you can see, there's another sticker right there. Pretty big sticker. So that's the one thing about the stickers. I actually love that when they're bigger, they're easier to place. When they're smaller, like these up here, they're a little more, you have to be a little more on point to make sure that they get on there perfectly. I think I did a pretty good job. I take my time, I realign. They don't always come out exactly perfect, but you know, you do the best with what you got. But this is one of my favorite vehicles. And again, the 8 stud wide is just amazing. And obviously we got the 2023s already coming out, and they look superb. The Ferrari, the new, I can't remember what it's called, but the gray vehicle, but that looks amazing. Obviously they have a different frame that they actually made, so then you won't see like these studs at the top, which obviously the one I reviewed recently with the Nissan Skyline had a lot of studs. So this will be flush now and flat, which will be really nice. It doesn't take away. Again, it kind of emphasizes that this is Lego. And obviously you got studs back here on here. But other than that, this vehicle looks amazing regardless. But it will be nice to see a nice cleaner touch on vehicles that are coming here in the near future. So looking really good. Let's go ahead and open the cockpit. And as you can see, the cockpit is printed right there. Looking really good, looking really slick. And you got your vehicle driver, him with his helmet. Comes with a little hairpiece. Go ahead and toss that out. And then comes with a wrench as usual. Toss that out as well. So really cool. Interior, not anything crazy, but has the steering wheel, can fit 2 occupants, which is why I love the 8 stud, because it actually looks like a real vehicle. And then obviously has the shifter, the middle console right there. Seats are roomy. It has a nice little kind of curvature, but the character fits in here perfectly. Um, and then we got the little guy. Here, I'll go ahead and just let him down so you guys can see better view. I love his jumpsuit. Looks really good. Nice little smirk on his face. Detailing on the upper torso to include the legs. No side printing from what I can tell. Yeah, no side printing. Comes with this wrench, and then in the back, he has a nice symbol of the company. Obviously, the logo and the name looking really good. Let me grab this little hairpiece, and then the hairpiece that comes with it. So I never put my hair pieces in on the in the car because 99% of the time the characters with the hairpiece fit in the vehicle, but the canopy will not close on top of the hair. But this hair matches this guy really good. So basically, what I would do is if he's like advertising, I'd have him hold his helmet in his hand. He'd have his hair. He'd be standing outside the vehicle so people can come and talk to him about the vehicle. And then when he gets in, he obviously puts his helmet on. Obviously, I remove the hair and then so on. But this just looks amazing. I just love this character. I love the vehicle. It looks so good. So at the end of the day, the stickers, the build was awesome. Everything kind of fit into place perfectly. And I had no issues with this one whatsoever. At the end of the day, this was the one which was one of my favorites. I'm so glad I picked this up. I'm so glad I'm able to add this to my city or my Lego dealership that I'm working on. So we'll go ahead and move the box and put this car in place so you guys can see the actual dealership in all its glory. So let me go ahead and just pick this up. I'm just gonna put it where I have it currently, and we'll put him right out the front, kind of doing his little advertisement with his hair. I'll move the helmet out right now, but this is actually my Lego dealership. This is my front entrance right now. Obviously, I'm missing pieces. I need to get more of these bulbs. But as you can see, this vehicle will be displayed right here in the front as you walk in. He could be either in the, well, obviously it's a dealership, so he wouldn't be sitting in the vehicle, but right now I have him kind of standing outside the vehicle. And as you see, this is actually like a banner. For me, obviously it doesn't have any printing or anything on it, but I was like, what a great idea to put the vehicle there and then have this be like futuristic where it's all digital. It's a window that actually explains and kind of shows off all the specs of this vehicle, and he's standing right there and he's like, yeah, in a second the computer will generate the specs and it'll come down in here and you'll be able to see everything to showcase this vehicle. So that was something that I was like kind of like, oh, I'm just going to do that. Even though it doesn't have any printing, I don't have anything, you know, I can get a custom sticker or something made, which would be cool to place on there. But I thought that was really cool for the vehicles out front. So we're going to go ahead and zoom out. I will be doing another review on another vehicle in the future out of the vehicle that I've built. But as of right now, you can see the Lotus up here, which is also in the front. The guy's in the vehicle. He's actually wearing his hair. But here's another one with a banner kind of staying. So, but as you can see, this is the front entrance. And I changed my front entrance to a nice glass piece. It looks like it's opening up as people will be walking in there. And I use the base plates, which are the little mini figure stand plates to make stairs walking in. And then obviously this beautiful walkway. And I kept studs on here, so if I place people walking in, they can actually stand without me having them tip over. And also on the inside, obviously you can see there's mini figure stands as well that create the entrance. So as you can tell, this front area is built Mills plated area, where there's a restroom on the left, which is out of toilet paper, and then a restroom on the right. So we got the men's and the women's restroom on the left and the right. As you can see, there's a little pagoda right there, or a little stand, which that front area, when you walk through these doors and come down the other side, because obviously the restrooms are going to be squared off and closed off, so it's going to be a wall. But what I'm going to do here on the entryway is going to be trophies and all kinds of things kind of filling this walkway as you enter for like just things that, you know, vehicles that they sell, and just showing like, oh yeah, this company sold this vehicle, and obviously it has all these amazing things. And then, you know, here's all the awards and trophies that these vehicles have won because they are state of the art, or the dealership has won for being top dealership in the you know, area. So let's kind of zoom out over here. So as you see, I think I had built this side before, but I've kind of got most of the windows done on this side. Obviously I got the black area kind of as the columns, making it very strong, making it very dominant, giving it that great look. And as you can tell, some of that part is started to be Mills plated, but obviously there's a whole area that's just flat gray plates that needs to be completely milled off. So once I get more pieces and more plates that I'm continuing to do slowly, that'll be all Mills plate, and then I'm going to be using tile to make the floor obviously solid, so the vehicles can sit on there beautifully and flush. So right now that's the wall. So the great thing is all the windows that I've utilized are all the windows that are actually going to be utilized for this front area. It's not going to be open all the way because as you can see, there's two areas that those are going to be offices. In the back over there, you can see that's actually the body shop or the parts department. And then we have, after you enter, I just added this. This is a nice little motorcycle stand of nitrous vehicle, mannequin on there, kind of just showing off these beautiful vehicles. And obviously you see the Nissan Skyline, the reception desk right at the front, which obviously that's going to change. I do have a nice seat that I ended up utilizing that will stay there. And then back there you can see kind of like the waiting area, and there's guest food, and then obviously like big TVs, but I'm probably going to change that TV. I use that from a Spider-Man set, but I'll probably end up using just a regular TV in there. But that'll be all closed off, so that's another room. And then there's a room right there, which will be another office. As you can see, I got 2 trash cans in there that I'm just, you know, placing things right now. But and then on this side, you can see, obviously, this is the other side with the windows. And as you see, I Mills plated some of this side as well. So it's not complete, but obviously that's why the vehicle's like leaning, because it's on the Mills plate and hanging off. And then you got 2 more vehicles right there with the column. So that's really cool. So this is actually what I've been working on so far. So obviously I got more vehicles. Obviously this front area is Mills plated. Continuing, obviously everything will be tiled, so it's not going to have this green and, you know, beige and gray, dark gray columns and everything. Once everything's tiled off, it'll be nice and more flush and clean looking, and obviously all be milled. Everything will be raised and solid, so that'll be great. So as we come over here, I actually started working on a conference room, because obviously this is a dealership, you need a conference room. And you can tell I used a rug that's from the Queer Eye set, really awesome. And then obviously this is a nice little piece right here, style, taste, and class. I thought that'd be perfect for the conference room. Put it right there up on the window, kind of like as the wall, just talking about like, hey, we present beautiful vehicles that have style, taste, and class. So, and then as you can see right now, Michael Knight is actually sitting right there. I got him from the Lego Dimensions series. So he's actually sitting there at the conference desk. Obviously I have 6 other chairs just chilling right there. They're not secured yet because I don't have the pieces. I've just made the chairs, so they're sitting on the carpet in front of the conference table. And what's funny is I have a, you know, kind of like designs and stuff like that. But if you look at it, those are designs from one of my what was it, Marvel sets with Iron Man. So as you can see, these are from one of the Iron Man movies, just designs and stuff like that, when he's actually trying to find a cure for his sickness, which is funny because I thought they looked really cool, and I was like, oh yeah, these are just designs, so we can utilize those as designs for vehicles or whatever. But what's really great is I have some of the old 6-stud vehicle cars, and this was one that I actually really liked because it was an orange car, but I was like, oh, I'm going to use that as this person presenting this. That's a sticker, but of a beautiful vehicle. He's up there giving his pitch about the vehicle and what he wants to do with it. and it looks amazing. It's got the light, it's got a little stand right there. He's got his coffee. He's just kind of looking. And actually, what I did is I put him on a little turning stud. So as you can see, the little vehicle right there, and then he just can swivel back and forth like, yep, I'm talking and I'm walking, and I kind of turn it around, and this is the vehicle over here that I'm talking about, and blah blah blah. And as you can see, there's a little trash can by the front door. Really cool. And obviously this will all be Mills plated, and so everything will be raised up, and then the walls will be complete and everything like that. So really cool. And then obviously you got the Lamborghini on the outside, Dodge Charger over there. And let's kind of backtrack over here to this side. So there's the front, looks really good. And then obviously, as you can tell, this is the body shop, and that door leads to the garages where the vehicles are being worked on. But we do not have continuous garages. That's just the parts department. I ended up utilizing some of the Marvel Iron Man sets, so tools and stuff like that. So really cool. So that'll be good to fill this area. And then obviously, as you can see, there's Tony Stark's helmet right there, one of the conveyor transports. So that's really cool. I just threw that in there as a reference. So even though I'm a huge DC guy, I thought that was really cool. It's a nice little helmet too. So, and then here's the waiting area I talked about. Obviously, there's no doors yet, so that's one of the offices right there. And then right next to that's the waiting area. So I don't know if this is just going to be an open area that leads in, because this is going to be walled off, and then there's going to be wall on wall, and then this could be like an entrance area for the snacks, and then kind of walled off, and then just kind of like a walk-in area, or I might put doors here on both sides. So I'm not 100% sure, but as you can tell, I've got 2 couches right there, and I got those from the Harry Potter like chest. So I have 2 of those, so I just took 2 couches, built them together, and I actually utilized a purple before for something else, so I needed to use black right here, so not a big deal. And obviously you see somebody's got a snack from the area, eating some ice cream. Obviously you got a magazine right there, the Quibbler, and some tea and a donut, or coffee and a donut, and there's a book right there on there. And then I'll start having a cup of tea as well while she's waiting. So this will be changed and updated, and obviously Mills as well, but you know, just kind of going. And then right over here is another office with the 2 trash cans right now, because one will be placed somewhere else in another office. And then what I did over here was I created the executive lounge, like a little area where you can get your food, kind of make, and this has already been Mills off, so that's where the walls are going to be. Everything that you see is kind of colored, and then the floor is already tiled off here. But this also came from the Queer Eye or Straight Guy set, which is really good because I loved this kitchen. So I was like, oh man, this kitchen will be perfect. Has little stools, be an executive food area. There's a fridge right over here, and what's great about the little fridge is, let me see if I can open this. Yeah, it comes with orange juice and oats and drinks in there. So that's actually really cool. I love those designs. Sadly, they're stickers, but it still looks amazing. And then up here was another thing in the fridge. Right there, I think that's some veggies. Keep ice cold. And then obviously a coffee machine to make your tea. Every time I go to my dealership, they always have hot cocoa and stuff like that, and coffee. So while you wait, which is really great. And then obviously a sink. So, and as you can tell, there's no wall right there yet because I've been working on that. And this other room behind it is the boss's office. So this one actually got started, and as you can see, I got white walls. This guy's awesome. Got an executive door, beautiful. It has a keypad right there, so really cool to enter. And then over here, he's got a TV. He's got his little wall chest. I can't remember what it's actually called, but has a nice little awards in there and different things, collectibles and stuff. And as you can see, he has a shelf with a book and a plant. And then over here, let's kind of turn around, he's got a little couch, kind of chill with a little light, so he can sit and relax in his office and read with the table. Nice big plant. I don't know if that plant will stay there the whole time or if I'll move it as I progress and build this up. And then he has a beautiful desk. His phone's on the desk. Obviously, he's got his computer, keyboard, nice little award right there, and then his seat. So this is the executive office. So the main boss. So when you want to make a deal, you're talking to the employees that are trying to sell you the car, and then when they're like, I don't know if I can drop the price, but let me go talk to my boss and see what he thinks, because they're giving you the runaround, and then he'll be the guy, and then he'll be like, yeah, we can drop it, we'll go down $2,000 and see if that's good enough for him. So I love that I have the main boss's office right here, but also right out, you walk out and then you have the executive lounge, kind of like a kitchen area. So if they can go grab some food or whatever while everybody's working, and it's right next to the boss's office, because obviously he wants to be able to get there without having an issue. And then also the conference room, which I stated is literally right next door too. So obviously the most important two rooms for him is the conference room, so we can get pitched ideas and discuss, and what vehicles are we gonna put in the showroom that are coming out or are being made. And then obviously when he wants to go grab a bite to eat, he can go over there, and then obviously he gets to see everyone who's coming in and out. And obviously that wall, there'll be a wall right there, so his office will be completely secluded. But a lot of this, I love the windows. I got those from the Queer Eye set as well, and just looks amazing. I also have some other windows, and obviously these white bricks. But a lot of this stuff was from different sets that I utilized for pieces and stuff, and then designed my own little pieces like this board table. I designed that myself. So the chairs are taken from the idea from the Queer Eye set, but I actually utilized other pieces to make, because I didn't have all the pieces. So really cool. It's coming together. I'm really enjoying this build, and I can't wait for this to be complete. Now this takes a ton of space. Obviously this is on my table where I have a lot of my stuff, and I did the count. I think it's 144 studs across by 96 studs lengthwise. And I mean, obviously this is a huge dealership, a huge undertaking, and I'm going to reveal the name that I came up with for this, because obviously we all have a high end. So obviously it's going to be built, then it's going to have a roof, and what I want on the roof, I want to make some lettering, and I want it to be called Prestige Autos, or Prestige Auto Dealership. So it's probably going to be Prestige Autos, but obviously if you're buying something prestige, it's like top of the line, super quality, and that's all we sell at this Prestige Auto Dealership. So it's going to look really good. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the roof in regards to the name. I was thinking of having a vehicle kind of on one side, or like in the middle or something like that, at the top, kind of representing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might build, obviously we're getting the 2023 vehicles here in the near future, so maybe I'll build those, and maybe two of those will be highlighting each end of the Prestige Autos logo. So kind of that whole tilt, because like here I have the front entrance with two vehicles looking beautiful, and then obviously in the future we'll have some other vehicles. So let me know what you guys think of my review on the vehicle, the Jesco, and also what do you guys think of my dealership? Is my ideas looking good? Is it coming together? I mean, for me, I'm loving it. I love the window concept at the front. I love how that's going to look. I love how it's going to be walled off. Obviously, that's going to take a lot of bricks, and the boss's headquarters over there, main office, just looking clean. I love the conference room. That was an idea. I was hoping to have, six sellers, dealer sellers, but after thinking about it and needing a conference room that took 2 spots of dealers' offices, and then ended up taking the kitchen area for the executive food area for everybody else, and I lost another one. So I was like, you know what, it's not a big deal. I was like, because how many sellers do you need, So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 with the parts department and the boss. So 4 sellers for some high-end vehicles. Not a lot of competition because it's just them, and then whoever sells the most is going to make the most money. So really cool, looking beautiful. I love it. I hope you guys like it. And this is all coming from my imagination, just right off the bat. I've been thinking about this for a while. It's something I wanted to do, and it's coming together really nicely, and I hope it continues to come together nicely. And again, takes money and time, because obviously parts, I have a lot of spare little parts. I'm utilizing pieces from other sets and stuff like that, and the good thing about this is I have so many sets that are actually just never been opened, and it's like, well, you know what? If I don't ever open them and ever build them or utilize them, they're just gonna sit there. So it was like, you know what? Might as well, since I'm building this, let me utilize some pieces from sets, you know, that I want to utilize to help incorporate this final idea, you know, and my imagination is running wild. But to me, it's looking amazing. I love the front entrance. As you can tell, this is not going to be mills plated. This is going to stay solid. It may be raised up, not high, but maybe like tiled off, just to have, you know, these vehicles on some nice, you know, tiles, just to keep it clean. Obviously, everything else, the entire rest of the building will be milled off. Like you can see, the kitchen area and the main boss's area has been milled off. So everything is going to be milled off. So everything will be raised, except for the very front. And like I said, that'll just be tiled, and all those cars will just be right there, looking on nice slick tile, looking clean. And then the rest of these areas will be milled up, and it'll look good and solid. So if I decide to move it because I need to build more stuff or put it somewhere else, this will be perfect for me to be able to do that, because it'll be easy to move without it just falling apart after I build everything, because it'll be solid. So me and my son can grab it, slide it, and carry it to a spot, even on the floor if I need to take up a floor space. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my dealership. At the end of the day, I mean, what projects are you guys working on? But for me, this is my golden one. My chessboard was my top, and now this is something else I wanted to accomplish. So I was able to do all these vehicles and actually build them and see the intricate detail and the amazing, you know, ideas and the way they ended up working. But yeah, I'll be doing another review on one of these